Hello everybody, welcome back to Lady Fire's Kitchen, and today we have a Chinese American recipe for you. It's actually called Mongolian beef. Not done in Mongolia, it was done in Taiwan. Actually, that's where it originated. And we Americanized it, Chinesized it, and anyway, it's just as delicious, the recipe that we're going to make here for you. Here we have a flank steak. It's 1.5 pounds of flank steak. It's being cleaned as much as possible of any fat and contain anything that it was fat in there. We're going to be using a little bit of cornstarch, oil, water, and we're going to have a little bit of salt, and that's how we're going to marinate it. That's what they use actually in the restaurants, so they can tenderize that meat even further. You don't have to use just a flank steak. You can also use any other kind of meat, but make sure that it's good, because if not, it's going to be hard. So we just want it to be as soft as possible. Okay, so with that said, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this in quarters, like 1 inch and 1 inch. So we're going to go this way first. I'm going with the grain here. Okay, so we're just going to cut it in like right there. See that size? That's the size I'm looking for. Okay, there's other ways that you can cut it, but I prefer to do it this way. I maybe find it a little bit more even or easier to cut. Guys, make sure that you keep the size of the beef, the cut, equally, so that it all cooks about the same at the same time. If not, some of them are going to be cooked before the other ones, so try to stay as close to the size as possible. Another meat that you could use is filet mignon. It's a little bit more expensive, but you know it's delicious. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put all of our meat here. So now we're going to marinate the beef or the flank steak. We are going to have some starch here. The same thing, 2 tablespoons. That's going to be our coating. I'm going to use just a little bit, half of a teaspoon of salt. Of course, this is kosher. Here it goes. You can put more salt. I just prefer not to put too much salt on my stuff, because you already have soy sauce and all that good stuff, and it makes it really salty. So I try to tame that salt a little bit, but you can add more if you would like. So you just add it up, or make it your own. I'm going to clean this up real quick right here, but we're going to have 2 tablespoons fulls of water. Yeah, we need some liquid in there. And finally, we're going to add some vegetable oil. And we are going to mix. Alright guys, so I have the mixture completely mixed. So now we're going to add it to our beef. All of it, mix it. As I mix it, we're going to mix it. I'm going to use this instead. And that is going to tenderize that beef even further. You know that I always tenderize a little bit just before I start cooking my meat. So I already did that part, but this is going to further tenderize this meat, and it's going to give it a coating that is going to make the sauce kind of get thicken. It will thicken the sauce. That's what the cornstarch does. All right, so after this is all mixed, what we're going to do is we are going to cover it and put it in the fridge 2 to 4 hours. Don't do more than 4 hours. 2 to 4 hours is more than enough for this to work its magic. So it's all mixed. I'm going to put a cover or plastic on top of it, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge, and I will see you 2 to 4 hours. So guys, step 2, we're going to have our sauce being made here. And first of all, we're going to have oyster sauce. We're gonna need 3 tablespoons full of that, okay? Hopefully it'll come out. Yes, it does. And that's one. And 3. A little bit extra doesn't really hurt anything, right? And now we're gonna have our hoisin sauce. We also need 3 tablespoons of this. Wow, that smells good. 2. And 3. Good. Now we're going to have our soy sauce. I am putting, like I said again, less sodium. And I'm just going to add 1. And this is a very important ingredient because this is going to thicken up your sauce. And I think I should have, what, yes it is one of these. Is half a tablespoonful. All right, so half a tablespoonful of cornstarch. Put on the side. Half a teaspoon of white vinegar. We will be very gentle here. I don't want to put too much. So as you can see, these flavors are very powerful. Now we're going to add to this, after I mix it all together, we're going to mix some garlic and some ginger, and I will be cutting them shortly. Okay guys, so I'm going to add 2 more things to my sauce. I got it mixed really well, but I need some garlic. And I need some ginger, like 1 inch of the ginger. So I'm gonna start with the garlic. So I'm gonna cut it, like right here. Right there. And I am going to, maybe I can do it with this. Don't be concerned, because I do this all the time to get the skin off. Put it here. See the skin? I think that's enough for this one. I'm gonna cut it in little pieces like that, like so. Careful with your fingers. Don't cut your fingers. All right, garlic, done. Add it in here, except that little thing here. There we go. Add it to our sauce. The smell of garlic is just delicious. Oh, this is smelling so good. And we'll mix it in there. And now we're gonna go with the ginger. So let's clean up a little bit. So now I need like about 1 inch of, you know, I think I'm gonna take this one. I think that's better. Of ginger, fresh, of course. So we're gonna peel it. However you peel it, just be careful. Don't peel your finger. I've done that a few times. You just don't know. All right, so we are going to do this like thin, right? Thin as you can possibly do it. Ginger is absolutely, has a great fragrance. It has to be healthy for you because this, anything that is earthy like this, it has to be wonderful. Now we're gonna cut it in like little slices. I'll try to put it together. You can cut it in little slices here. Like little sticks. Alright, so these are my little ginger sticks. We're gonna put them in here. It will add some aroma and some flavor to the dish. Absolutely. So we're just gonna put this to the side, and we are going to be cutting our vegetables soon. All right, so we are going to be cutting our vegetables now. So all we need really is half. I'll put it this way. Take this out. Half a red pepper. And we're gonna cut it big. We're not gonna cut it in little, like maybe like this. Take all this out. Put it right in here. Try to stay consistent with the size. Maybe like this big, right? So the vegetable, don't overcook the vegetables. Try to not overcook them. So we're gonna take, they're all clean, by the way. I already pre-cleaned them. I'm gonna take the bottom part of it. Take out the center. Take all those seeds out. You may wanna keep the seeds and put them in and try to get some more peppers. That's what I do with all of my seeds. I try to put them with that. With these, I'm gonna put them, I'm gonna put that here. I'm gonna do half an onion. Cut that too, so that I can have, so it can sit even. So we're gonna need half of this. Take the skin off. Make sure that you have all of that ugly skin, because that doesn't taste well. It doesn't taste good, doesn't feel good. So you have to have it just like that, okay? And we're gonna cut it in big chunks as well. So half. Done. All right, so we're going to cut some garlic as well. Put this in here. Like 2. Look at those chops like that. That's good enough. Yeah, I feel like, have you ever been to one of those restaurants where they do bang, 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 and they put the fire and everything? I forget what they call that. That's kind of fun. But I feel like I'm doing just that. All right, so we're gonna take these. Look at how beautiful these are. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna divide those. I'm gonna put half and half. This I'm gonna put in here. Just like that. Add them with your veggies. I put the white part of the green onion. I'm gonna put it in here. So I'm gonna leave these. This is like more for the garnish part. Although these are huge. I'm gonna put it like sideways like that. See how beautiful those are? So you're gonna put that like on top. That's for looks. But they look great. All right, so we have to have, this wok needs to be hot. And the reason why it needs to be hot is because if you put in the beef and this is cold, is gonna stick. You don't want it to stick. You want to move it and move it and move it until it's cooked, or at least until it's brown and ready to add your vegetables. So I am going to add, even though I have some vegetable oil, I am crazy about sesame seed oil. And somebody's gonna criticize me for this, but I just absolutely love cooking with this. I'm just gonna add some of this instead. So I'm gonna add the 2 or 3 teaspoons of sesame seed oil, and this gotta be hot. See, oh, it is hot. You see that? Super hot, very hot. We'll put it all over the place. That's right. Make sure that you have this right away. I'm gonna lower it just a little bit because it's that hot. And we're gonna start adding this on. So we're gonna put the beef in it goes. I'm gonna start working it right away. In part beef, I make some noise. Okay, I'm gonna put it back up on high. Not high, but medium high. We need some browning on this beef. Scrape the bottom. Let it stick as much as you possibly can. That beef is looking beautiful. So guys, this is about the look right here. It still has a little red right in the center, but we want to add our vegetables. All right, so we are going to add all of this in. Woo, beautiful. Awesome. Okay guys, so I took it out of the heat because there's a lot of smoke coming off. This is what we have so far. Now we're going to add some of the sauce. Put it back in the heat. Add some of this beautiful sauce we reserved here. We already made it earlier. The aroma is absolutely intoxicating. I wish you were here to smell this. You just absolutely have to do this at home. You don't have to leave it that long here because it's going to get thick right quick. See? Terrific. Guys, we're done. Look at this. Huh? What do you think? So we're going to put it in here. There you are. I'm going to decorate it a little bit. That pretty? All right, guys, so we're ready to go. This is my Chinese rice I made last night with my langostinos. Instead of shrimp, I just added langostinos. I know I already have beef, but you know, who cares? It's my meal. So we put some langostinos in there. Perfect, perfect. And we are going to add some of this beautiful Mongolian beef on top. Oh, look at that. Look at that beauty. Is that another piece of meat that I love that? Here you go. And put some of this garnish. I'm gonna add a little bit of this one right here. What do you think? This is an amazing plate. I'm ready to go. I am not no expert of doing the whatever the little sticks are, this little, but you know what? I think I can manage one. Let me see. Oh, what do you think? You go. It's hot and delicious. I will see you next week with another wonderful recipe. I'll see you next Saturday at 10 o'clock, Lady Fire's Kitchen. If you have not subscribed, you should. give me thumbs up. I will see you next weekend. Bon appetit.